Hello and welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. We're on the Extinction map, and today, today's an interesting day because the patch has come out for Winter Wonderland 3. So, of all places, I've come down to the underground forest here because there's been a slight change to what's happened in the past. You still get Raptor Claus goes across the sky at night. Just check what time it is. Raptor Claus goes across the sky at night, somewhere between about midnight and 2 o'clock, I think it is, and drops presents. And before, what used to happen is you'd actually cook things up from recipes, but I don't think that's available now. I mean, I'm going to check, but now they've introduced what's called GachaClaus, so that makes life a bit interesting. But I'm just going to check because usually there's some sort of recipe that gets provided to you. So I'll just wait for that to craft up. Yeah, usually there was some sort of recipe. Yeah, I'm not seeing any in there. But you'd actually craft things through the cooking pot here. So basically what I've been doing is I've been going out and about already, just chasing Christmas presents as they land, and I must admit, I don't know if it's going to be a bit slightly harder here on Extinction, because I've noticed a few times where the actual presents that have dropped have glitched through the floors. It's just a bit unfortunate, really. That does happen on occasion. So sometimes they might fall into rocks, for instance, but some of these I've noticed have been landing below the surface. So, I mean, just before I show you what I've got so far though, I mean, if at any time you find yourself liking the video, then do please click that like button, because that'll help me out a great deal. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more content, then yeah, do subscribe please. Just remember to click the little bell icon, and that way you'll get notifications, well, reminders if you will, for when new content comes out. And if you've got anything you want to comment about, anything about new videos or this particular video, yeah, please post those in the comment section below. So anyway, what I've been doing so far, I've been out a few times catching what I can. I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that there's just me on this map. I'm just running it on my own PC, so I'm the only one who has to go chasing after these things. But I mean, there's been some interesting things I've got so far. I mean, I'm probably not going to use an Ascendant gas bag saddle, but that was pretty good. There was I think it was a Terror Bird one got dropped in another one, but I haven't really been overly keen on that one, so I just left it. I mean, I'm getting some things like blueprints for armor, blueprints for weapon, like this one was a sword. There's a couple of ghillie ones I've getting, so that'd be quite useful, because I mean that's what 159.6 versus that. That one I think I got through the gacha loot, so the durability is a lot better. So that's much better than what the gachas are dropping, and then I can keep recrafting them, I must admit. I've also been getting, you know, cooked meat jerky, some brews, some soups, for instance, crowd pods, dust. Polymer could be quite handy. So really I'm just going to keep my eye out. But normally what used to happen, I mean, you've got these things like the mistletoe and the coal, but it's changed now. You've got to feed these to it. There's a gacha now on the map somewhere called GachaClaus. So that's why the reason I've come down here. I'm assuming that GachaClaus is going to be out here somewhere. So I'm going to go out looking for this GachaClaus. I mean, the things like the coal weighs quite a lot. I'm going to take these because I mean I'm pretty loaded down myself. So I'm going to go out looking about, and I'm going to see if I can find this this GachaClaus. Once I do, I'll bring you back, because the gacha is supposed to be able to then. That's how you're going to get the new loot crafted. So I'll pause the video and I'll bring you back if and when I find him. Okay, I've found Raptor Claus. I mean, you can tell he's not Raptor Claus, GachaClaus. I mean, you can tell he's GachaClaus. He's got his little colouring, but he's got his big Santa Claus hat on. Now the only trouble is, well, he's kind of stuck. So I'm gonna see if I can annoy this parasite here. Maybe that might get him a bit flustered as well. Nope. What if I annoy him then? I'm stuck. Oh my god. I can't get on. I can't get off this. Oh, this is not good. So you're going down there, right? Okay. Right. Well, there's GachaClaus. So I'm going to split these out. I'm going to split that out into equal amounts. Just out of curiosity to see what we get. So, I mean, it's not exactly the ideal place. I mean, from what I understand, you don't drop them in front of him. I'm really hoping he's going to fall off the edge. I mean, I could give him a bit of a shove, I suppose, but I don't know where these things are going to pop out now. Right, so that's gone down there. Oh, screw. If there's piranhas in here, I'm not going to be impressed. So there's saber-tooth. So we've got saber-tooth salmon down there. Can I? At least I can run down here. Oh, that's not too bad. So I'm not 100% sure what we'll get. I mean, we've been getting... Oh, I'm going to have to fly up there. I mean, I've been getting things like the armor and tools from Raptor Claus. Let's pick that up. Can I pick that up? Yes, I can pick that up. That's good. Just keep an eye on the time, because I'm assuming Raptor Claus will be out there not too long. So, what else have we got here? Oh no! I've got to go all the way back down there again. So he's eating all the mistletoe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he wants something like, you know, 30 of each or something. I don't know. That looks like a journeyman one. So it's going to be a case of, I know where he is, but I'm going to have to... It's like, where did that one go? Oh, it's back down there again. At least I know where he is now. And it's going to be a case of going out chasing Raptor Claus around the place to get more of this coal and mistletoe. All I've got left is a bit of coal. I don't know how much he's going to use up. Let's have a look. See how much, if any, he's got left. Oh, you dropped it down there again. I was quite keen just to see how much he's got. Oh no. God. I'll go and get this one, then I'll come back. I wonder if that's an ascendant one. Oh yeah, it's an ascendant one. Whoa! That's not too bad. I mean, at least there's not any piranha around here. There's a blooming raptor over there, which I certainly don't like. Let's steer well clear of that. It's a tech raptor. Come here. Over here. No, seriously, come here. I'm not kidding you. Come here. That's got to be the way. I mean, of all the places I could find blooming GachaClaus. I mean, come on. What are the odds? Right, so that's all gone. So I've got about... Is 8 coal enough? I mean, you can't... From what I can tell, you can't tame these things. I don't think I've got any options there. So I gave him 8 coal. He's still eating. Oh yeah, he's had another one. Have you popped another one out, did you? Yeah, I think that looks like a primitive one. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, it was just a primitive one. I'll have to be careful actually, because the owl might go a bit nuts with me being underwater. Right, so I'm gonna... So I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna... I thought I stopped... Oh no, I didn't tell you to stop following, did I? Oh, my fault. Let's just pop back up here again. Right, so he's consumed everything. So let's out of curiosity see what we've got. So we've got a primitive one. So that gives you... Oh, right. So we've got to feed that to a dinosaur. It gives plus 10. Alright, so it looks like it colours the dinosaur. Let's give you that. What happens to you? So these are... So there's 6 regions and it gives different colours to the different regions. So... Oh, right! So it colours your dinosaur. Oh, hang on. Oh, I love the red. Oh, that's nice. It actually looks quite nice. Brick red. Oh, that sucks. It only lasts 24 hours. Oh, that's no good. Oh, you're going to go back to being what you were before, mate? Oh, that's a pity. Right, so... what else have we got? We've got another primitive one. So that's another colour. That's just a normal gacha crystal. Alright, we've got a hat. Okay. A Mastercraft one. Alright, so you do get armour then. And that's really going to be helpful. It's kind of like similar to what you would get off from a normal gacha, except you get extra things like these little festive treats. So there's another primitive... That was the Ascendant one. Alright, so the movement speed varies as well, so you get a... See if you're getting a speed boost then? No, you haven't got a speed boost. Right, I'm going to make a note of where we're at so I can find this dude again. So you're at about 28.4. 20.4. Right, what I'm going to do is... I'm not seeing any speed improvement on this thing, so I'm just going to head back to base over there. Because I want to try this on a different dino, maybe on one of the land ones, and see if that has an effect on that one. So I'll bring you back in a short while. Okay, so I'm back at base because I'm curious if I can put this on a dire wolf, because that's a land animal, and you can increase the speed of a land animal. I didn't put them on you, I put them in the box, didn't I? Oh. Right, I'm just going to go and get them from the box. I've started putting some of the things I've been collecting from both in a box just out of curiosity to see what I get. So, right, so that one's a 5%. Let's try that one on a dire wolf. What time is it? It's getting on towards 8 o'clock. So Raptor Claus will turn up at some point around about midnight. And then I'll have to go chase him. Well, not supposedly him, but the actual the presents he drops. So let's give you that. So that should give you a 5% speed increase. Oh, that's nice colours. So you... Oh yes, alright, okay. So you've got there... well, I'm not seeing a speed increase, so... Maybe with it being temporary, it just doesn't show up. It's interesting. Definitely interesting colours. It's just a shame, really, because they're not gonna. I mean, they'll be gone once that candy effect thing wears out. That's a real pity. That I was quite looking forward to having some interesting looking dinos, permanent ones, that is. Never mind. Right. Well. I've used up all my coal and mistletoe, so I'm going to have to wait until Raptor Claus is out, so I'll bring you back shortly. I'm starting to catch up with what I'm assuming is the first one, because there's the land border there. The rest of them are coming down in a fairly straight line. Now I'm just going to have to hope. I mean, I think you can land on these things. Yeah, you can land on them, but I can't I don't think I'm not going to risk jumping off. And you can see, I think that's supply crate 100 of 100. I can never remember if that's like. I think these. I mean, these are on a timer because they do expire. So you've only got a certain amount of time to pick them up, and I can't remember that's just like how many's in them or how much time it's got left on it. So that's hit the deck and straight away it's glitched through the floor. There's nothing I can do with that. So that's frustrating. I mean, if you're on an official map as well, you're going to be competing with other people, but that's just annoying when they glitch through the floor. If it had landed in a rock, I could have like probably smashed through the rock, but when it lands on something that like that and it just glitches through the floor, there's just nothing you can do. Hopefully there's nothing here. Yeah, that's alright. Right, so let's see what we get here then. Ah, right, so that's something we could do with. The rest, no thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. So there's Raptor Claus, you can see him up there. So I think there's one coming down there. Let's see, I mean, I've got a bit of advantage, to be honest, because I mean, there's just myself on this server. Otherwise, you'd be competing against everybody and anybody and everybody. Well, that's not too bad. I don't think there's anything down there either. I mean, it didn't take too long to get across the map. I think I was quite fortunate. I just happened to pick the snow biome base. We'll have that. We'll have that because I can get some decent materials back. Definitely want that. Yeah, you can see the amount of like metal ingots that needs, so that I should be able to grind that lance I've got up and get some decent materials, I think. Now it's a case of seeing if the rest of them are still available. Ah, there's one over there. So he must have started heading in that direction. Yeah, he's already left. I mean, so far, I mean, I'm not getting anything amazingly wonderful. I mean, at this stage, to be honest, it's more, it's kind of odd. It's more the coal and the mistletoe I'm interested in. Right, so more coal, cryopods. I don't need that. See, I mean, all these things are probably useful like early on in your game, but for me, it's just no use really. Right, I've gone up against times where he's gone across the city before, and it's been a struggle to find anything then. Because yeah, I've no idea where they would go. Oh, there's one there. Oh, that was handy. No, there's a time where he went kind of in the opposite direction. Well, he cut across heading towards, came in I think from like the northeast corner, and he dropped about 3 into the wasteland and the rest across the city, and I just couldn't find them in the city. So that countdown that you've got there is how much time you've got left. So I mean that's quite a useful haul, because I've got polymer, and that gives me a send and gilly, so they would be handy. So yeah, so that little timer there is to tell you how much longer it's got before it expires. So the trick is to find out whereabouts Raptor Claus has come in on the map, and then you know, in order to find out where the first present dropped. Well, I'm going to just keep searching around. I mean, there could be anywhere. The trouble with here, you could have things right up the top, or oh, there it is, right down there. Well, that was handy. Yeah, this is going better than I thought. I'm picking up quite a lot of things here now. That's no use to me. I'll have them anyway. So, roughly in that direction. Well, I'm going to keep looking around. If I find anything more, great. Otherwise, I think I'll... How much have we got so far? We're about 33... 26, so that's not bad for like one hole. I mean, basically it's just like a long grind of trying to find as many of these things as you can, so then I can go and take them all to that GachaClaus. But I'll have a look around and see if I can find any more that he might have dropped. But either way, I think I'll pause the video and then I'll come back once I'm back to see what I can get from GachaClaus. Actually, I should have really just made a note of exactly where. You know, rather than the GPS, I should have just gone by the location. You know, he's literally right under the entrance for me. I didn't find any more of these things, so I'm just going to pop these in so I've got an even amount. See what roughly what amount you might consume. So we're on about 26 of each. Oh, yep, he's having to sit down. So he's eaten 10. So he's eaten 10 mistletoe then. Okay, so that's... seems you need about 10 then. I don't know if there's a particular preference where he'll eat the mistletoe and, you know, like in preference to coal. There's a journeyman one. Right, let's see what he does next. I may as well just stay down there, quite frankly. But I'm just curious to see how much he eats more than anything. I mean, I'm looking for more like festive things. I mean, so far I've got like a Christmas hat. So let's see. So you're on your third. So he's eaten all the mistletoe. No, he's just taking chunks. So it's 10 of each by the looks of it. So it probably makes sense to feed him in multiples of 10 then. I'll have to jump down there. I'll park you there. I quite like those colours. I mean, they're definitely interesting, but it's it looks like a little Christmas robin in a way. It's just a shame that they don't last. And I get the impression with these gachas is if you don't feed them enough, they'll wait until they get a bit more, and then they'll finish feeding. Oh, there. Right, so he's got 6 left. So I'll wait a bit more to see if he does eat that bit, but he might not if he's eating in multiples of 10. It depends on how much I fed him last time. Because I don't think they'll eat like a small amount. I'm wondering if like they store it up, so like if for instance I just was starting out there, maybe it would like consume that 6, yeah, and then wait until it gets like 4 more. Let's have a look and see what we've got. 273, so that's not as good as the one I've got. It's about half what I've got. 121, so it's not as good as what I've got. Now that for me sucks, because it says it's put items and inscribe a tribe's member's name, and only they will be able to do it with a bang. Now, the idea is to put something in there, so let's see if I split that out. So if I put that in there, let me just take a look. Because there's only me, there's nobody else, and I don't have a tribe, so quite frankly, I don't even know if it would work anyway. So let me see, so I'm sure I'll put it in that one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to. I'll have to find out what I'm supposed to do with these then. But I've actually got a Christmas tree, I think. Yeah, that spoils as well. Right. I think I'm gonna have to, I mean it's about 8:30 in the morning, so it's gonna be a while before Raptor Claus comes back. So I'm just gonna have to keep grinding. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'll probably just I'll keep bringing you back every time I find every time I find Raptor Claus, and then we'll find out what else we can get. Alright, so I found out how the gift boxes work. I mean, yeah. So I've placed it on the floor, so I'll just pick it back up. Now it's actually named based on me, the owner. So I'll just put that on the floor, for instance. So what I can do is I can rename it for a different member of the tribe, for instance. You can put things into it. So at the moment there's nothing there, but it just crashes as soon as you next add it. It just crashes and just spits things around. So yeah, that's interesting. So I actually got a bit of mistletoe back out of it, actually. So the idea is you obviously put a gift into it for somebody, and then it, when they open it, it explodes. Anyway, it's still a fair way to go before Raptor Claus turns up. So I'm just going to basically just be chasing around the place looking for more gifts and what have you. So far I've got my Christmas tree. It glitches. It's a bit too tall, so it's glitching through my ceiling there. But I brought it in here because I'm waiting to see if I can get some decorations to put on my chimney here. Well, fireplace, I should say. It's quite amusing. Like, you got little T-Rexes there, you got little reindeer, and you got baubles, and I think I saw some. Yeah, you got your little lights as well. Is it like a Christmas cracker or something? I couldn't quite tell. I thought I saw some Christmas crackers as well. So that's a nice festive tree. Right, so I'm going to pause it there, and I'll bring you back once I've got something more interesting. Well, I was really getting frustrated with Extinction, so I've come out here to Scorched Earth, because it's out here you've got a proper sort of like a night cycle. I mean, Raptor Claus should turn up fairly shortly. But out here you've got a proper night cycle, so it does get dark at night. On Extinction, the problem I'm finding is that during the day I can, during the night it's bright and sunny, and I can see the crates coming down. That's not really much of an issue, but the trouble is, once they land, I find it difficult to then find them again, especially if they've landed within the actual city. On a map like this, the good thing is that once they land, they'll still be glowing at night, which makes it easier for me to see them. The big problem though with Extinction is that I'm finding too many were just glitching through the floor, and that was really frustrating. They've either completely disappeared underneath the surface, or they've getting like stuck so far underneath, and you just can't get like the hitbox to open them up. I mean, in fairness, I mean, on a place like Scorched Earth here, I know there are crates out here, loot crates that come down, and they seem to like get stuck underneath the surface themselves. You can't open some of them up. But so far, I mean, I've been out here for quite a while, and I've had much better success finding these Christmas presents to pick up. I mean, GachaClaus, when I started this run on Scorched Earth, I couldn't find GachaClaus at all. I was really struggling, so I ended up doing a dino wipe. And what I've found is they're not unique. There isn't just like one of them on the map. The last time I was on, there was 2 of them. So I know there's definitely more than one turn up. I mean, just past these big rocks that you've got sticking up here. I mean, I've got a base just back down at the bottom left corner there. One of them actually showed up, and it was literally on top of the rocks. Ah, right, okay. So Raptor Claus has turned up. So the one. Now I'm assuming over there I can just see like a little yellow dot. Now I can't guarantee that is Raptor Claus, because sometimes they are actually stars in the sky. So that can be quite frustrating. I might end up finding myself like flying towards one of them. So what I'll do is I'll keep an eye out towards the top of the sky to see if Raptor Claus himself shows up. Because I say sometimes those little yellow dots end up being... Oh, there he is there. Right, see what I mean? That was just that must have been just like a star. Because there's Raptor Claus. You can see him just above the wyvern there. You can see him flying across the sky. So there is a loot crate coming down. So at least it is a bit easier to find them. So I mean, to be honest, I would suggest doing this on either Scorched Earth or on the island if you want to, if you want to spend the time doing it. But I'm just going to keep chasing these because what I want more than anything, to be honest, is really the decorations. The loot quality I've found, if you feed GachaClaus just coal, you'll get items. If you feed them coal and mistletoe, which is what I've been doing so far, you get better quality loot items, so better quality weapons, tools, that sort of thing. And I mean, this thing's going to be running for quite a while. I haven't actually enabled the event. I was actually running another video. I was recording another video when it suddenly said that Raptor Claus has arrived. So that's interesting, that, because I know when I was doing the archaeological dig one, I had to enable that event. This one I haven't had to touch it at all. It just came on without me. And I mean, I'm running this on a PC. The server and the client, it's all on a single PC, and normally when you run it in like as a single player, you do have to enable it. I don't have single player enabled, so it's not affecting my settings. So I don't know if well, I think it is that now that I think, yeah, it must be because I mean I had that event, I had that archaeological event enabled when I started. It was still enabled when I started Extinction because I hadn't played ARK for a while, so I had to disable it within the launch parameters. But let's just get rid of some of these, because hopefully I won't get a death run turning up, because one of the problems I had in Extinction, I ended up wasting so much time trying to aggro a Gigasword just to get it away from the Christmas present. Right, so that's open now. So I want the coal. I'll have that because I can break it down. I may as well keep them. The rest, I'll just dump them. And it's not too difficult to find the rest of them, because they're all coming down in a straight pattern. So it's pretty easy once you line it up. But it's on Extinction, I was having problems because of the fact that they'll be landing either below the surface, just partly below the surface, so I couldn't get to them, or if they're in the city, they're hard to see because there's just no, it doesn't get dark. Just jump out here and see what else we get. So mostly what I'm doing at this stage is I'm feeding GachaClaus just coal now, because I'm trying to get the actual decorations. I want all the see what kind of decorations I can get from them. So right, there's still some coming down. Oh, there's one over there. So yeah, there's quite a few coming down. So I'm just going to basically carry on doing this, and then I'll bring you back. Well, this GachaClaus wasn't too difficult to spot. I seem to be quite lucky because I think it might be because my base is near where parasaurs are. It's just around the corner there. But I mean, I've been feeding him a load of coal, and I think I ended up with a couple of snowmen and mostly like those coloured candy. I want to try and see what I get if I just give him mistletoe, because I've got quite a bit of mistletoe left over. I had about 265 coal from that run. There was only one of them I couldn't get. It was stuck in rock, and it was just taking too long to get the rock back. I was basically trying to smash through the rock with a pickaxe. It was just taking too long, so I just gave up. So I mean, I've been doing these runs for quite a while, and I mean, that's not bad, just one. It's way better than what I was getting out of Extinction. I mean, I was doing some runs on Extinction and just getting, just nothing back because the thing's glitching through. So at least that. Well, was that another Jabur? Oh, well, that thing's running from something. There must be something around here, maybe like a direwolf or something that's chasing that. Or a raptor, maybe. But I like the colours, these, because that's what you get, the nice Christmas colours as well. I mean, that looks cool. Oh, you dropped more things, have you? I mean, they're all I don't think I've gotten one that doesn't sparkle. I'll have a. Well, that's a normal one. So a normal one gets me a gift box, which I really don't need. Primitive one So it's really, I think it's the normal ones that I want. At least I suspect. I'm gonna like basically just feed them up. Oh, Struth, there's a load of raptors over there. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, no. I better get rid of them. Because yeah, I don't want them killing GachaClaus there. Yeah, a raptor and a bunch of raptors and a direwolf. Oh, Struth. Yeah, so I suspect it's just the normal ones I'm interested in. I mean, at the moment I'm just giving them mistletoe and he's popping out more named crystals than anything. It's no use to me. I can go on the grinder. Have you finished yet? Yeah, still we're at 19. I think I gave him about 26 actually. But I suspect it's probably the coal that I need to feed him. Because I know if I give him coal and mistletoe, I think that just increases the loot quality. So I suspect it's if I just want decorations, I'm probably just gonna have to keep feeding him coal. Yeah, that's gonna go in the grinder as well. Yeah, well, I don't have any more coal left, so it's just gonna be a case of waiting until night time and doing another run and just keep at it. Because I mean, I've got some socks and I've got a Christmas tree and I've got some snowmen, but I'm after. I think there's like lights, wreaths, that sort of things you can get. So I'm just going to keep at this until I get those. So see you shortly. Well, as far as I can tell, I think I've got all of the decorations that I need. I've given GachaClaus some mistletoe, and I'm not sure what's up. He's not popping any crystals at the moment. I'm sure last time I'd been giving him coal, and then when the coal was gone, then I'd given him mistletoe in order just to get some crystals. But I've given him some this time. All he's got is about 20 mistletoe on him, and he's not popping anything. So I'm not sure what's up there. But before I head back to Extinction. And I had a look in the patch notes and they've introduced a new command for flyers, so that one will just get it into the air now, so I'll tell it to stop. Because these things have been notorious for just hanging around. They just won't land and it's been a pain in the neck. Wyverns in particular have been the worst. But if on the PC, if I hold that T button down, I've got like a series of options I can do, and one of which is whistle land fly. That might not have worked because that thing got on the wheel. Let's try that again. It's a bit hit and miss, I must admit, because there's times where one of these things has landed, but then it was still had instructions to follow. So I've told it like to land, and then it's all of a sudden it's back on follow again. So I'm not sure what was up with that. So if I want this specific dino to follow me, I just normally press the T and that's it. But if I hold the T button down, now I've got an option to land. And off it goes. Eventually, it'll find somewhere to land. So that does make things a lot easier. So I'm going to go and get my my mistletoe back from GachaClaus over there. And then I'm going to head back over to Extinction. I'm back on Extinction. This is just like a small sample of some of the things I've been getting. Most of the stuff that I've got on Scorched Earth I've left over there because there's just so many things to transfer across, but you're limited by about like 50 slots. So I've been getting all sorts of like blueprints. So I mean none of these are ascendant, so this should hopefully be a lot better. I should actually be able to build some better ghillie armor, various sort of like festive things like, you know, the Christmas tree, stockings. I've eventually got a wreath and I've got some lighting in there, so I'll put those out. So I'll just pop them across. Get my stockings. Got to have my snowman. Hats, various ones of those. I've been getting a lot of these, and it's surprising how many of these have dropped. I mean, I get these mostly from the the gachas. I don't think I saw any of those from Raptor Claus, but I was getting quite a lot of these cryopods. All sorts of different armor, weapons, and so on. Cooked meat jerky was common. Polymer was common. Rare flowers, that sort of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of decent loot you can get off Raptor Claus himself. I mean, I've even getting things like element dust and element shards at times, but I can't transfer things like this across, but I can at least transfer the dust. Birthday suit stuff, which I don't really need. There was plenty of suits around. For the armor, I mean, I don't really need gas bags. They were quite common. There was some, what was the ones? There were Terror Bird ones. I think that's probably about, there's a mammoth one in there which wasn't much use to me, but I'm gonna keep this one. This is a Thylacoleo one I've got, and I'm gonna use that on Frida. Most of the rest of this stuff I've transferred across. It'll end up going in the grinder, to be honest. I think I'll keep some of them and use them on some of the animals I've got. Get that as well. Party hat skin. Yeah, so I think it's been a bit of a pain. It's a very random sort of thing getting them. I mean, I've been mostly successful. If you want the decorative stuff, you're better off just feeding the GachaClaus coal. If that's all you feed it, you'll eventually get some of those. I think I prefer the other years, because then I think year 1 was you used the cooking stove. I think year 2 was the smithy, but I haven't found that as an option this time round. I've put out both of them and none of them worked. Just having a look in here. Ah yes, right there. So I think what I can do is I can put up some more stockings. So that's quite handy. I'm going to take the snowmen over to the snow biome, because it just seems a bit odd having them out here. It's too, I don't know what the temperature is out here. It's 23 degrees, yeah. I don't think snowmen would realistically last very long in this place. So I can put my decorative lights up as well. So there you go. That looked cool. I'll save that. I think I'll save that for the snow biome. I'll take that over to the snow biome as well. I mean, why not? So that's kind of good, nice and festive. So I'm going to head over to the snow biome, then I'll put my snowmen out. So see you shortly. Well, I guess that does it then for this video. I've certainly had a lot of fun. I mean, I'm going to still carry on and gather more decorations to finish off my lodge here. At least I've got my little snowman up and my Christmas tree and a wreath over the door. I've managed to find a reindeer costume for Mighty Moose over there, so he looks a bit interesting now. I've also got my little Santa hat there for, I mean, not just for myself, but I also got one for Agnes over there. Although I've got her looking more like a giant robin, I think, than an Argentavis. Now I had some little hats as well I could put on those snowmen, so they look quite comical. But it's been great fun. I've enjoyed myself. I mean, it's taken quite a while, although the event does run for quite a long time. So I mean, it's well, you'll get there eventually. If you specifically want the decorations, for instance, because that's like a random drop, whereas before it used to be in case you used to craft those sort of things. But it's certainly been enjoyable. I've enjoyed it anyway. And I'm going to keep going out looking for Raptor Claus throughout the event anyway, just to see if I can get any more interesting loot. But I mean, that's pretty much it really, so I do hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If so, then do please leave a like, as that'll help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content, then do subscribe. Just remember to click the little bell icon, and then that way you'll get notifications for when new content comes out. And if you've got any comments, suggestions, or if there's anything in particular you'd like to see on the channel, then do please post a comment below. But until the next video, thanks very much for watching. Bye.